Fuck Shayna Blaze.
What's up, YouTubers? It is your boy, Alyx, man, and we are here to talk about NXT TakeOver New York. I am joined by, of course...
Casually Angry.
and the other guy.
The only casual.
The only Florence. Casual Viewer. You know him, you love him.
I love that bit so much.
That's so awesome.
It's just...
Good to have you all here. I had to come and bring these guys to watch NXT because these guys have been watching a lot of WWE events, and for the most part, I gotta say they haven't been impressing these guys all that much, which has been very disgruntling because it's one of those things where I, as a wrestling fan, I know how good wrestling could be, and I don't like that WWE is giving them the wrong side of wrestling. So I said no. I refuse to have these guys watch WrestleMania and not see how wrestling could be good. And I thought NXT tonight, NXT TakeOver New York, at least gave them that glimpse. Now, for me, I thought it was a great show. We'll get their opinions in just a second. Mm-hmm. But before we do that, as always, like the video and subscribe. I am not that
like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon in the lower left, right, down corner.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
No, for real. I am not that far away from 30,000 subscribers.
Follow my subreddit.
I wish I had.
Make sure to get that Discord.
I'm also on Vimeo.
But anyways, like, I'm
in
not
case
that far.
WWE wants to be a shit and take it down, like all that, whatever.
I'm not that far away from 30,000 subscribers, so help me get there.
Patreon. Woo! No,
donate to Patreon or PayPal. While you're at it, if you want to help expand the brand of your boy Alyx, man, hey, I have a catchphrase. Check that out.
Your boy.
It's your boy.
Expand the brand?
Expand the brand of your boy Alyx, man.
Right.
See how that works? You can do a couple of things. You can like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter at DeluxeManVX1. You can donate using PayPal or Patreon, and you of course can buy yourself a DeluxeMan t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling Tees, and that's how your boy does it.
Amazing.
Huh?
No one ever told you to get a t-shirt. Ever in your entire YouTube career. No one has ever told you that.
No, I did by myself.
Yeah, I will Shayna Blazer you right.
Oh, okay, so let's start off with overall thoughts on the show. During this time, I'm going to ask these guys to give me their MVP, the person that impressed them the most, because this is basically fresh talent who have not come up to the main roster yet, and most of them they have never seen before until tonight. So let's start off with the casual viewer. Overall thoughts and your MVP, sir.
Okay, real talk. My MVP is Ricochet, but to be fair,
right,
I'm kind of biased because I actually watched like the first 3 seasons of Lucha Underground.
Of course.
And Prince Puma is Ricochet,
mm-hmm.
and so it's like, oh, it's just so glad to see him again. You know, just see him doing his thing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So it's like, oh, thank God. I mean, I don't like you with WWE, but hey, he's good. He knows what the fuck he's doing.
And then overall thoughts on the show as a casual viewer watching NXT.
Okay, look.
Yeah.
If I were to compare it, like, it's better than the bad episodes of Lucha Underground,
mm-hmm.
and it's definitely better than literally a lot of the WWE.
Everybody else agrees.
But,
yeah.
you know, it's like, this isn't the greatest matchup I've ever seen in any kind of wrestling publication or whatever.
Right.
But, dude, I would have no problem giving people $10 a month for that shit if that's what comes up every month.
Right.
Why the hell not?
You wouldn't mind checking out whatever they give.
Like, if that's what I get for my $10, shit. All right, look, I can't complain. That other stuff, I'm like, give me my fucking money back.
Give me my $10 back.
Yeah, you know.
It's not even worth the $10 that I give you.
You know.
Let alone the $50 I used to pay for.
Right. Yeah. And then, like, what happened to y'all's other stuff? Like the reality TV show, or the comedy thing, or the pranks channel, or the cartoon.
Comedy thing.
Yeah. That was fun. No, it wasn't. So,
sponsored by Snickers.
You enjoyed yourself as a casual viewer.
I actually did. I did enjoy myself, but, and let me be clear, Alyx, man, we come here to hang with you.
Right.
It doesn't matter if the show sucks or not.
Oh, no. But at the same time, the whole point of you being here is to test how good these shows are. Because if the shows are really good, even casual viewers like y'all should be like, yeah, I can see why that was good.
Touche.
Because a hardcore fan like me will like you a lot more than a casual viewer will, because I'm hardcore.
Oh, I mean, I don't deny it. It's just you don't need to worry about whether or not we enjoyed it or not. You just need to hear our honest opinion, because we're just hanging with you.
And I appreciate that. So moving it over to the OnlyFlorence, give us your thoughts on the show and your personal MVP.
Overall, the show actually impressive.
There you go.
I would gladly watch this over any whatever we called it, the major league
main roster, major league.
Roster. Yeah, I would gladly watch this, even a rerun of this over.
Damn, you would watch it again? Yes,
at least once.
That's pretty good.
Hell, we were slouching on our phones, and then when the main thing, we're like,
boom.
Oh,
what's going on here? They actually sat up on the edge of their chair. They actually hooked.
We were on the edge of our seat, literally.
Yeah.
How that never happens.
At least with the main roster. Yeah.
I can't even remember Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan.
That's literally the last time I was on my seat.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? He
But,
better win. I hope he wins. Fuck.
Yeah.
You know.
But other than that.
Yeah.
But
I mean, not to interrupt. Only.
But yeah, you enjoyed the show.
Yes.
Was there a particular person that stuck out to you as the MVP? Because there was a lot.
There was a lot actually,
Yeah.
and like it's sort of hard for me to pin it down because there were just a lot of really good technical executions, and because of some instances, I've had to, give rewards to people doing what they should be doing already.
The basics of basics that that should get rewards
really,
for. Yeah.
Tying for MVP, Ricochet and Johnny Bravo.
Johnny.
He means Johnny Gargano, ladies and gentlemen.
I know what I said.
I know what I said. Leave me alone. Hey there, mama.
Well, we got a super chat. It seems
Alrighty.
like NXT should be the main roster, and WWE should be like the developmental brand, not the other way around. Diplodocus, Aegypticus, you are absolutely right.
Hey man, I appreciate the super chat, and that should be appearing in just a second. If it doesn't, I don't know.
Well, I mean, I just got to hear.
But no, thank you for calling that out.
Oh, do you want me to wait until?
Oh no, it's not showing up on
It's
there.
not
for
showing
some
up on
reason.
here for some reason.
Shit.
I don't know what's going on.
What's the $5 song? We'll sing it.
It's Daft Punk. One more time. One more time. I'm gonna celebrate. Now you want to do it.
Oh, okay, there it is.
It seems like NXT should be the main roster and WWE should be like the developmental brand, not the other way around.
Okay, so I'm just gonna let it do its thing then. My job here is done.
Super chat said, you know what, y'all suck at this. Let me show you how it's done.
We
trying to
suck.
get
You're
it down,
on a
you know?
minute delay. Whatever.
No, but he basically said NXT tonight is what we should be getting on the main roster.
Oh, yeah.
And I agree.
Oh.
A lot of the
agree, too.
stories and the drama and the friendships, all that stuff. The beginning match had the crowd showing the wrestlers respect even though they lost.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be cool? The fact that you can still technically win even though you lost.
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool. So, any other things you want to say about the overall show?
Overall show.
Oh, so now you want to start doing some
Oh,
stuff.
there you go.
Undisputed Era looked real weak tonight.
You know who he's talking about, right? The
No.
four guys at the end. Adam Cole and the other three guys.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Well, fuck them.
Yeah.
Fuck them. I mean, and
High
I don't know
speed.
how to say it, but it's like a good fuck them because they did their job, and
Right.
that's why I don't like them.
They're villains.
Yeah,
Like-
you know, like
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you hate LeFou and Gaston, but
Yeah.
like they did their job.
yeah. It's like, because I hate saying it like this. Like, there's too many moments like, no, I hate you, but that was the point,
Yeah.
versus I hate you and I want you dead. It's just,
How many people are in the live chat, by the way?
Right now we got 102 people joining us today.
Welcome, everybody. Be
Tonight.
sure you like the video. And with that said, can we get
at
into
this
the...
moment in time.
Yes.
what?
Yeah, so at this time, can we get into the actual show now?
You ask your questions, I'll give you an answer.
Here we go. Let's talk about the first match.
Awesome.
The War Raiders versus Ricochet and Alyx Black for the NXT Tag Team Championship. If you don't mind, I would like to go first on this one.
Why? Like, being the host of the show, how dare you start first?
I know, I'm
to set the tone of how the rest of it's gonna go.
I'm such a jerk.
Shame on you.
I'm such a jerk. I can't help myself. So, this match was amazing.
Yes, because you're the one that's like such an arrogant.
I am an arrogant jerk.
No, I can't believe the people on Twitter actually. No, I'm done. Go.
Anyways,
Go.
The thing is, this was an amazing opening contest. The crowd was hot for it. Shut up. The crowd was hot for it. There were a lot of amazing, mind-blowing stunts from, in particular, 300-pound Hansen, who was doing freaking handstand and somersaults. Not moonsaults, but somersaults. He tried to do a moonsault. He didn't get it out the way because he got stopped. But he was a legit highlight.
Technically, he still got it, but okay.
You know what I mean. Yeah. But he was a legit highlight of the match. But, of course, the highlight is our boy Ricochet, who is going to be awesome when he gets to the main roster. Because it's kind of hard to not like Ricochet, a man who does 630s, 450s, moonsaults, double rotation moonsaults, which you didn't get a chance to see. That will happen one time. Aleister Black, I really enjoy. I think we call him the next Undertaker, which is a big accolade to have, quite frankly.
He could be, but he's just not. They're not selling it right.
Yeah, there's some things we can change.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, the finish saw the War Raiders getting the victory, which I want to stop and say, the fact that the crowd gave them a standing ovation even though they lost. You know, I love crowds like Brooklyn. You don't get crowds like this a lot who appreciate the art of wrestling, and just because you gave us an awesome match, I don't give a damn that you lost. Thank you. Because I know that the stuff that y'all do hurts like a bitch, and that you sacrifice your bodies for our entertainment. You're away from your families 300 days a year. The least we can do is show you some appreciation, despite that. And then you have the sportsmanship, you know? That was some really good stuff.
I was honestly like, you know what? Fuck y'all. I was honestly in tears about that shit.
Yeah.
Because I miss that shit.
Right.
Because I hate the fact that it's so knee deep in, no, stay in kayfabe. No, fuck you. Right? Like, there's some actual people here, and I would actually want to know how they feel about some shit. Mm-hmm. And the idea that we're going to give them like a vicious like witch hunt and tongue lashing because they had the nerve to show feelings. Fuck you. I'm glad that they actually were tearing up and crying and hugged each other multiple times.
Right.
With like the winners hug the loser guys, and then the losers hug each other, and then and then the bowing to everyone.
Yeah. And
then they bow to each other. Where the fuck is that? where did that go? Like, why did that disappear in the WWE? Like, I don't understand. Like, it's a basic thing. It's not even anything. Okay. To me, that shit adds icing to the cake.
Right.
All right? Like, I know I'm getting something good, but then, I get something even better? Mm-hmm. Or with it? Great. But WWE is like, nah, we don't need that. Fuck it. And I'm like, you literally are taking a core thing away now.
You took in the human side out of it.
Yeah.
Yes. These are human beings that are wrestling.
You're literally taking my actual investment out. Because it's just two assholes duking it out, but I don't know why.
Well, what would be the difference between two robots doing this? You know, instead of like legit human beings with actual emotions who are getting like legit reactions.
No, seriously. This is literally just a... Oh, fuck. I forgot that movie with Hugh Jackman in it. With the robot.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Shit. Anyway. Rock'em Sock'em robots over there ain't funny. All right? It ain't cool. And it just seems weird because, like, you literally could just slap heel and babyface, and that's what I got. Usually in WWE. But this, NXT, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I thank you for actually showing men that actually have emotions. Uh-huh. More, please.
Keep that going.
Yeah.
What about you? What thoughts can you give to this?
Further on that too, not just emotions, but respect.
Yeah, man.
Like, at the end of the day, you're both in this for the love of the sport, and you're excited to be here, and you had a good match. Show that to the person that you just fought.
Makes us respect you more even though you lost.
Absolutely.
And it makes us want to see you win your next match and get invested.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes, and that leads to like future, partnerships and shit. That's cool too.
I mean, yeah, that's important.
I mean, that's why it's like I don't like the whole kayfabe. Like, look, fine, be the enemy in the ring, whatever. Once y'all are out, Can that not be a thing? Like, just hug it out or whatever.
Yeah, it's an awesome match. The crowd loved it. Let's celebrate that.
It was a good match. It set the bar for the night
really high.
Really high.
Fucking high.
So, I'm at an A- for the match. What was your grade for it?
Oh, I honestly gave it an A-, but then after the respect that was given,
You rose it to an A.
Yeah,
Wow,
that's
that's
what it is.
really good.
I
What
think
about
it's
you?
like an A or A-.
Jesus,
Yeah,
so we're starting off strong.
Yes.
So
It was very high bar.
which, by the way, to these fans, is very typical. We started off strong, and then as the matches go on,
Which it really shouldn't.
it
It really shouldn't.
It should be a progression.
Escalate.
Yeah,
Maybe in the center you can put what they just saw.
Yeah.
And then you can throw the women's match as the fourth one, and then we all get mad again.
Mhm.
And then you have the highlight at the end.
Right.
Sure. But they set the bar for the whole night. And that's why the second and third matches were kind of lower for us.
Yeah, that's why, like, we
Yeah.
literally talked about this. If you're going to have the first match, I'm not saying that I want, like... Okay, let me put it this way. I'm not saying I don't want lobster.
right.
The
But-
movie was Real Steel.
Real Steel. Thank you, whoever said.
Your lovely truffles.
Oh,
Thanks.
Thanks, Truffles. Thank you. Oh, thanks, Truffles. My bad. She's there. How you doing?
She's there.
Yes.
Yay.
Awesome. But yeah, real stuff.
No, I'm just saying that, like, that's why you usually have the bar, like, at a 5, right?
Right.
Like, I mean, I'm not... Oh, yeah, that's the analogy I was going. I'm not saying that I don't want lobster.
Right.
But usually you get, like, a salad
Uh-huh.
first.
You get some chips first,
Yeah,
you
you
know,
know,
a
like,
bottle of water to...
You get an appetizer first. If I started off with the lobster, what the fuck do I want the salad for?
Yeah.
I'm done. Like,
Why are you giving me this soup? It's a bisque.
Yeah.
I want this garbage. Get the fuck out.
So, unfortunately, what you're saying is the next match was kind of set up to fail, in a sense.
you literally gave me lobster first, and then I got salad after. I'm full, thanks. Like,
Even
you
when
better,
they tried,
you better
yeah.
give me my dessert. Why am I not getting my dessert? Why am I waiting? Why?
Yeah.
Hey! No, but, you know, whatever. Fuck
But
it.
I do agree. I think the second match kind of suffered because of this. Because it was kind of hard to follow what we got.
Shit, who was the second match?
So the second match was the North American Championship, Velveteen Dream.
Oh,
versus
yeah.
Matt Riddle.
I forgot all about that.
Well, it's kind of hard to forget a match that followed that opening contest. So, if you don't mind, Casual Viewer, from what you remember about the match and the people in the match, can you at least provide your thoughts of what you saw, what you liked,
Okay.
you know, and all that jazz?
Alright,
Because I know it's kind of hard to remember a match.
Oh no, I actually remember it now that you brought it up to me, and
Yeah.
sadly, the reason I remember it is what I'm gonna talk about.
Go for it.
We talk all the time about, like, actually having a presence, being an individual, and actually showing your character in, out of the ring, and what you do from everything from your fucking name to your goddamn costume to your fighting style and your interactions with other wrestlers. All of that plays a part in your
Overall.
persona or whatever.
Overall presentation.
Yeah. I got that from this.
Nice.
Like, I don't know a goddamn thing about these two people from the promo, you know? But I already know that, oh, this guy's a 90s kid that's tubular, whatever.
Yeah.
And
Welcome, bro. Yeah.
Like, and I might not know what, Purple Rain over there was about. But
Mr. Prince is trying to be Prince,
Yeah,
but not
like,
really Prince.
I'm
Yeah.
not sure what the Velveteen Rabbit was about. But, like, at least he set an impression. Like, he's purple.
He stands out.
He got wheeled in on a couch.
Yes. That's
What?
awesome.
He showed up as the Statue of Liberty, and now I get why, because he was in New York.
Yeah.
Now it adds up.
Yeah.
I didn't know that in
Yeah.
the beginning.
That makes sense.
Yeah, now it kind of adds up. But if that was like his gimmick, where like, oh, every place he's at, he dresses up as the national monument, then I was like, oh, fuck, okay, that's him. That's his. All right, cool. I know who you are. Then the actual fight starts.
Right.
And then when you're fighting, it's like, oh, purple guy is like, oh, arrogant and cocky or whatever. And then the tubular guy is kicking his ass.
Oh, that was
Like,
nice.
he-
Yeah.
He was just mopping the floor with them, literally. And then it literally went, because we were talking about this while we were watching, it went down the line between, it's like, oh man, he's getting his ass beat, he sucks. And then it quickly turned to, wow, he's taking a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Maybe he's not that much of an asshole.
Yeah.
Because if he's able to withstand all that shit,
Mm-hmm.
maybe he is something, you
Yeah.
know? And And so when he won, I can't even say that it was bad or that it was like that it was out of nowhere. It's like you kind of proved it to me with this dance, y'all.
Well, that was kind of a shocking ending too, because the way the match set up, he got his ass whooped a majority of the match.
I know, but that's what I'm talking about, that thin line.
Yeah.
There's like a very thin line between getting your ass whooped and sustaining loads of damage.
Yeah, and we talked about this too. Usually it's the villain that's doing the damage throughout the match, and then the good guy makes a comeback. It was flipped this time, where the good guy, supposedly, was the one just whooping ass. And then the villain was the one that made the comeback.
Right.
Which is new. I kind of like that.
And then, not to mention, again, I know, respect, literally began with him, like, with the Riddle doing the fist bump thing, and Velveteen. I don't know why he did it like that. I don't get
That's his thing.
Yeah, I know, but, like, I don't get it. Regardless, Velveteen, like, just batted that away. But then after the match, then they fist bumped. It was like, oh, more of that respect.
Yeah.
So y'all do know how to do it. Yeah. Like, oh, okay. It's like, even though he's the heel, I guess, but it's like,
he's the villain. He's the villain that people like. If that makes sense.
I get it.
You know, in animes, you got that one asshole that you know is bad and is probably gonna destroy the world one day. But Vegeta. Yeah. That'll work. But if you don't mind me going next,
no.
I gotta talk about his tribute to Hulk Hogan. Because I'm a big... Look, I know y'all don't like Hogan for good reasons.
Oh, quite the contrary. Hulk Hogan actually was one of my favorite wrestlers of all time.
Right.
And I actually love the guy. Hell, I even give him slack for the racist comment he said.
Oh, nice. Okay.
But he still said that racist comment.
Yeah. And the thing about the racist comment was, if we can detour to that real quick, it's just one of those things where people make mistakes. Everybody says super chats coming in. Love that song.
The statue of Velveteen Law.
Nice. I like that. But the thing about that comment was, okay, yes, you said something that you probably said when you were at a very dark place in your life, and it was behind closed doors where you thought you had privacy, and it just came out in a way that it wasn't supposed to.
Oh, I don't know. Let's grab him by the pussy.
Yeah, I'm just saying. You can use whatever excuse you want. The thing is, no, I'm just saying. He said it. The thing you're supposed to do is go, yes, I said it. It was racist. I don't know what I can do to show you that I apologize for that, but I am going to work to improve myself and show you that I am not the person that video showed. Mm-hmm. That's what you should do. Hulk Hogan has yet to do that.
And that's why I'm upset.
Yeah, and I think until he does that, I can't really blame people for saying, nope, I want nothing to do with Hogan.
Well, because that's the issue. I mean, this is the last I'm going to mention it tonight.
Yeah.
But that's literally the problem I have. Mm-hmm. It's like, as a black man and a fan of his, it's kind of hard for me to give a fuck about him. Yeah. When he showed no remorse. Right. And I mean, I get it. You're not Klansman racist, but if black men can't even date your daughter, why? Are you afraid they're gonna be mixed children? Like, who gives a shit?
How's that gonna hurt your career? What's wrong with that?
I mean, seriously, with all the stuff you did in your life, the worst thing that could happen to you is some darkness got in you. Like
some darkness.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think a nigga inside your daughter is gonna be a bad thing.
Oh my god. But getting back to the match, just bringing it back to the match, I did love the few moments where Velveteen Dream did the Hulk up, where he took some punches, and then he, hold up, brother! He did the finger, and then he started coming back with some fast punches. But even then, because usually what works is, that turns into a leg drop. What happened? Matt Riddle countered him and started beating the piss out of him some more. And then when I thought he was going to beat him with that bro mission, guess what happened? Counters it into a pinfall, and the reason why I loved it so much, it came out of nowhere. Because we're thinking, oh, bro mission, that's it. Because what I tell you about finishers, there's a reason why it's called the finisher. You hit it, that's it. What we don't know is, oh, it's not really the finisher. Whoop! It's the finisher for someone else. He turns it over and pins him. And then after the match, you got that respect. But what happened first, it was like, what the? The reaction was natural. Because you didn't, for real, after you saw him get his ass kicked, would you have been shocked if he lost?
No, but that's why it was so good.
But that's why I'm saying. That's why it was great. They basically what's the word I'm looking for? They
flipped the script.
They flipped the script. They what's another analogy I can use?
Gave red herring.
They swerved you, if you will, I suppose.
Turn
Skirt.
the world upside down.
Yeah, and I thought to me that helped the match stand out because I thought the match was great because of that. And again, Matt Riddle, I thought still looked good. I didn't think he came out weak. Velveteen Dream's still your champion, so I thought overall I enjoyed the match. I mean,
especially when they hyped up the whole thing where the Surfer dude won all his matches.
He never was. This is the first time he lost.
Right. So it was like he literally should have won, and when he did,
that's what I mean.
Yeah, you know, like, but then that's the beauty of the storytelling. Like if they, you know,
that's what storytelling is there for. That's why it's important. It's not just random people doing wherever the fuck. There's an actual reason for it happening. So when stuff happens, you go, "Oh, nice. Where does that lead? What's gonna happen there?" Or you get some kind of emotion for it.
Certainly.
Anyways, like,
so
what can you
for
add?
me on that?
Yeah.
The ending was a little too sudden for me.
Okay.
I didn't feel or understand that Velveteen Dream had the prowess or capability to reverse a pin.
Right.
This was not foreshadowed at all. It just came out of nowhere, and that's sort of like, you know, the main character getting hit by a bus at the end because he was monologuing in the
More
street.
like a fluke.
Like,
yeah.
It was a fluke.
Yeah.
And that doesn't feel like a win, and it feels awkward, and if that's what they're going for, great, they got it 100%. Wasn't conveyed to me that way. It was supposed to be like this big-ass match. And Riddle had the technical prowess. He was better in almost every instance.
All the boxes checked off, he was
yes.
better. Yeah.
And certainly being able to reverse that is a feat, is cool, but it was too sudden and too abrupt, in my opinion.
Well, I can't disagree with you on that, you know. But overall, can we all at least agree that we enjoyed the match itself?
Oh yeah, I mean I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean my grade's a B+. What would be your grade for that?
I gave it a B.
Okay, so straight up good match, B.
Yeah. I think it was like a B-.
Honestly, if it started the night off,
that would have been a match to start the match off.
Yes.
To start the night off.
I agree.
And then you follow that with the tag match, then you probably well, if we're talking structure.
Can we just cut the third match?
Yeah, like if the third.
Oh
like,
yeah, that's
Can we
right.
just cut it, please?
So
that should have been better.
Like,
backstory, real quick. As you guys know, the next match is the NXT United Kingdom Championship.
Best match of the night, guys.
Before we get to that, there was another match that was supposed to happen. It didn't. Tommaso Ciampa, who was the NXT champion, lost his title because of a neck injury.
Right.
Yeah. Before he lost it, it was going to be him versus Johnny Gargano. Now, you don't know this because they didn't tell you this because it didn't fit with the story. He was a villain. And he was the kind of villain that they did this one thing where he was hitting on Johnny Gargano's wife and trying to take her away from him. Okay. He, during
so
a
that
match...
explains the hug at the end.
Yeah. Okay. He took his wedding ring, the wedding band he had on his finger during a match, spit on it, threw it into the crowd one time. He won the NXT Championship because Gargano accidentally helped him win. So Gargano feels like it was his fault that he was champion. And then there was this whole build-up of I had to right my wrong from like August until now. Because Gargano was chasing him, but as you guys know, Gargano is Mr. 0-4. He never wins an NXT TakeOver. So Ciampa wasn't Mr. 0-4. He was the opposite, 4-0. He was, well, technically, he was 4-0 as champion.
Yeah.
So that was going to be the match. And
unfortunately... That was supposed to be 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
But unfortunately, because he got hurt, that took that away. But what I loved about what they did with the story, again,
did they make the UK title fight 3? Or like what was supposed to be the main event?
Well, that was supposed to be a main event. Adam Cole, this is why I brought this up.
Right.
Was supposed to be fighting, I think it was going to be either Velveteen Dream or Ricochet. So.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That would have been much better because that fight, like, third fight sucked. UK title can, like, go back.
The UK title was just kind of thrown in there to fill in.
Yeah, and it showed.
So, with that said, we're gonna start with you. Let me tell them what the match is first. I think they know.
They know.
Bruiserweight Pete Dunne versus Walter for the United Kingdom Championship. Have at it. What are your thoughts?
Jeez, if they could slap anymore, like it would just be a Punch and Judy show. Like, so dumb.
So tell them why it just didn't connect with you, because
certainly this comes in the advent of me not growing up with normal wrestling or what is considered normal wrestling. I like stunts. I like seeing action.
Yeah.
A slap fight and then twisting someone's finger. Oh wow, such intensity, such difficult.
Mm-hmm.
No, like I don't care. And certainly for some people, like the package itself was fine. Like it showed me what's going on. I understood the story. I'm like, okay, big title on the line. They've had at it for a while, even across the pond. Marvelous fight, and they kind of did.
But you was like robots basically hitting each other because you didn't care.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. And it was slow. It was so slow. Like, even between slap and tickle fights, like little bouts, like they still took way too long in between those spats.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't get invested. It was not interesting. Probably the worst themed match of the night.
Ouch. And it's crazy because a lot of people were saying this was their match.
Yeah, they're fucking stupid.
Oh, wow.
You know who you are.
He said it. With that said, Casual Viewer, would you like to add anything to that, or?
I wish I could. I was on fuck. My phone was charging.
Yeah.
I didn't even have anything to distract me, and I couldn't tell you what happened. Besides, short guy breaking fingers, I guess.
Yeah.
And then big guy.
I slapped you.
Being.
I slapped you. Yeah.
The pain. It hurt.
I guess when we had this conversation, we literally was having this conversation during the live reactions. You have to go back and watch it. But this is a very, very telling situation where you have wrestling and then you have characters. And you kind of need both of them to actually make this work. Because if you don't have the characters, you don't have the investment, you don't have the reason, you don't have the story, and you don't have you don't have reason to care.
Well, but did they have either of those?
Well, the thing about this match, it was more about this is a wrestler, and this was about how about this? UK wrestling is a sports-based wrestling show.
Okay,
it's not Americanized the way.
Why are they here?
Because once again, NXT has expanded over into UK, and he's trying to get the.
But don't bring it.
So he's just like, don't bring it over here, basically.
Like, no, like if this is your way of litmus testing if UK wrestling works in the US, it doesn't. It doesn't.
I disagree. I think certain aspects of it. I thought this match didn't work. I'll give you that.
What aspects of it? Like, is this a telling of what UK wrestling is like?
Well, again, like...
Damn, you be throwing some shade at me, lol.
He actually liked it. Okay.
Sorry, Diplodocus.
So, let me say this, because some of these guys remember this match. You might take the ball away from you, or you, if you don't mind.
I had the ball.
There was a particular match in 2017. They actually talked about it in that video package. It was Pete Dunne versus Tyler Bate, and we called it Match of the Year, which had literally everything we could want. High-flying, a story behind it. There was this whole idea that Tyler Bate was this 19-year-old wrestler. He was a young prospect, and we're thinking, oh my God, this guy's one of the best wrestlers, and he's only 19 years old, and he has a championship. Here comes freaking Pete Dunne, this badass who was influenced by Daniel Bryan. Boom, knocks him off. And you got that story. But they were also doing some innovative moves that you've never seen before. So I think if you would have saw that match, you would have a completely different story.
Probably.
Here's why you didn't like this match. Walter is not the kind of person that placates to modern day wrestling. He is straight up 70s, 80s old school wrestling. Which back in the day, Bruno Sammartino's, the whole I'm throwing some big.
Andre the Giant.
Andre the Giants.
Yeah.
They were selling out arenas with that kind of stuff. That wrestling.
You know why that worked? Because they were both super heavyweights.
Yeah.
They were big ass people that couldn't move that fast.
Yeah.
But when you have a cruiserweight versus a heavyweight, I expect something.
You expect a little bit more. I don't know.
I expect more David and Goliath, not David moving as slow as Goliath.
Well, I'm trying to get like an example that we've seen before, because I don't want to say Daniel Bryan versus Batista or Randy Orton, although you could say that, but I'm trying to think like a big guy versus a small guy match that worked for you, because we've seen mini matches before.
I'm not saying I haven't, but all I'm saying is that, because we talked about this a long time ago, but it's just that idea that with all the different combinations of wrestlers and all the shit that they can do, they don't do it like that. Right. Like, they never, like, there's not here's a heavyweight and heavyweight. There's a way we can do this. Right. And then there's like, okay, this is cruiserweight. All right, this is a lightweight and lightweight. Okay, this is a high flyer. Well, this is a technical guy. Well, this is a heavy hitter. Well, blah, blah, blah. Right. But literally, all I heard is that we have a heavy hitter. So we need to do heavy hits. Both of y'all. But I'm a cruiser. I don't care. Heavy hitting shit.
Right. And I guess for me, the reason why I thought the match was good, and I thought the match was good because as a hardcore fan, I have grown to appreciate that kind of stuff. I know why it works. I understand what they were trying to do. And based off of and I'll be real with you, we look at it as a textbook match. They were doing the moves properly. They were selling properly. It was getting reactions from the crowd. People were happy with the winner. Walter is now your new United Kingdom champion. Pete Dunne's 700-day reign has come to an end.
Which, I mean, that's cool.
Yeah. And I guess, first off, just because we disagree doesn't mean that's a bad thing.
Right.
This is why I want to show this.
I will burn your house to the ground.
Anyways, but this is why I want to show this. It's because we are super chats up the wazoo.
Like defensive football game, gotta like the style.
Exactly. We all have our preferences and what we look at in wrestling. Yeah. The reason why I'm a hardcore fan is because I like all kinds of styles. I understood and I appreciate the old school wrestling style that they give us. Because it's a throwback.
Let me put it to you like this.
Go ahead.
Exactly how you put it earlier.
Yeah.
For us casuals that don't know this.
Yeah.
This looks like boring as shit.
It's not gonna appeal to you.
And because
you're right.
Because I get it. Because you're appreciating it on the actual style of wrestling. Period.
Yeah.
You're basing this on like all wrestling, any and everywhere.
Yeah.
From New Japan to this stuff to 30 years ago.
There you go.
All of it.
Yeah.
You literally have all this library of knowledge, so you know, like, compared to like one of the worst matches.
I liked the match, but it wasn't a very casual, friendly match.
Yeah.
It's the kind of match you kind of need to be a hardcore fan in order to like it.
Which is what you're saying. And see, they know that.
Yeah.
You have to know and appreciate wrestling as a whole to understand it.
Well, because it's, for example, it's like the idea of like, it's like watching cartoons and actually understanding animation and appreciating it.
Right.
You understand and appreciate, like, if I were to do the analogy, the animation of wrestling.
Yeah.
Unlike someone like me, I'm just watching a cartoon.
Right.
You know?
Oh, this is where they layer cells on top of each
other.
other.
Yeah, you know, like...
Right.
Like, because that's what you're talking about.
I don't want to use this analogy, but maybe it could be considered like maybe alcohol and wine, where you first try it out, you're just kind of like, and then you kind of get acclimated to the taste.
Like, real talk, I get where you're coming from.
Use any metaphor you want.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, I get what you're coming from. It's just, for me, it's just like, when you've seen, like, when you have this library of knowledge where you've seen all the matches, like, I get where you're coming from, but, like, since I haven't seen any, this is, like, one of the worst I've ever seen.
Right.
Because I was bored to tears. But I know you've seen some of the worst shit ever. And I mean worst shit as in, you literally seeing a guy flop on purpose to embarrass the other wrestler because he find out that night he was supposed to lose.
Oh, yeah.
Like that shit?
That actually happened, too.
Mm-hmm.
Many times.
Oh, yeah. And then it just looks terrible because we're like, I'm trying to enjoy this, but he's overselling this.
To the point where it's not even real.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not. We know it's not
it's
real.
It's
cartoonishly fake and
Yeah.
obvious.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'll tell you what. I respect what you guys are saying, and I actually agree with the Spinosaurus what he said. So, hey, I'm giving it a B. What's your grade for it?
D-.
And then yours.
Also a D-.
Hey, for the litmus test you talked about, I guess the UK didn't quite hit it.
I mean, I'm sure it could. This one sucked.
Get good, scrub.
Alright, so the next match is the women's Fatal 4-Way. Oh, I'm going to sit back and let you guys go off on you-know-who, but let me at least get their names out. We got the Pirate Princess, Kairi Sane. We got the Genius of the Skies, a.k.a. the best female wrestler in terms of high-flying, Io Shirai.
She's the best female wrestler, period. Fuck y'all.
Yeah,
fuck y'all.
And then we got Miss Attitude, Bianca Belair, who is the EST of NXT. I told you that's her nickname. So if you're just like, at first it was just like, what does that mean? I'm like, that means she's the fastest. She is the smartest. She is the lamest.
The dumbest.
The dumbest. But she is the EST. And then of course their favorite.
The fattest.
Oh my god. But then we also got their favorite, the one that they're going to spend a lot of time talking about. That is UFC former fighter and now NXT champion and still NXT champion. Best friend of Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler. Who would like to go first on this one? Should I just choose?
I mean, if you have thoughts, you can get them out.
Well, let me do the one to get this out and get the hell out your way.
Sure.
Kairi saying Io were the best part. I thought the Japanese girls brought their A game. Love the story of camaraderie and then betrayal towards the end because it's all about one.
The acting was really good.
Yeah, only one could be NXT champion, but they literally were the highlight of the match. Although Bianca Belair really impressed me when she picked them both up and slammed them. We saw it coming. It was obvious.
She didn't even pick them up.
But that's
she crawled onto it.
I'm not saying that wasn't impressive, but dude, that hurt. When like she has one and the other one, oh no, I'm falling on top of her. Like, oh.
You should have it would have been impressive if she actually snatched her ass off the top rope and then
Yes.
put her on top.
Yes.
But she had her moments, and then, of course, Bianca Belair ended up tapping out to Shayna Baszler, who is now and still your NXT champion. Which personally, I'm not gonna lie, I wanted Io to win. I thought Io Shirai is literally right now the best female wrestler they have, and
Period.
as the best female wrestler, you should be champion because the best should be showcased as the best. She'll probably get it at the next NXT TakeOver. But regardless, I thought the match was great. I thought the women brought their A game, and Kairi Sane is amazing because I love her. Pirate Princess. I have nothing else I need to say. This is me stepping to the side and getting out the way because shit's about to blow up. Let's go with OnlyFlorence. Have at it. Give us your thoughts on this Fatal 4-Way.
You want to go? Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
They're picking who's gonna go.
okay, I'm just gonna, if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
Talk away, Casual Viewer.
So, let me be clear. In watching it, I honestly would have gave this match a B. Because it was actually a really good match. The back and forth, the character. We were talking about this earlier, and it was like the times where they were taking a break were dedicated to characters or storylines and shit, so you can give a rest when shit happens.
I didn't even talk about the kiss. When she caught the kiss and knocked it in.
Yeah, but that's
that was
what I'm talking
beautiful.
about.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
That was cute.
And
Yeah,
honestly, I thought it was great.
Mm-hmm.
Good time.
And I honestly would give it a B. But there was an incident that happened at the end of the match where, what's the bitch's name?
Shayna Baszler.
Her choked out that other girl.
Mm-hmm. Explain to them why it bothered you.
Okay,
because
so
it was hard to catch.
I'm here. I'm here.
okay, so
I'm here.
here's the deal. While watching the wrestling thing, usually when a wrestler's choking another wrestler, their hand is on the other wrestler's shoulder, and they're just
And my chin is here.
Is right here, safe, not choking. Even when they're doing this shit here, the chin is right there.
But I'm able to come with him.
Yes. That didn't hurt you, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to do this?
No.
The wrong one?
Oh.
And that's showing like what she did wrong. Yeah.
That.
Do you see how close the arm is to the forearm?
Yeah.
That's the problem.
And I didn't even flex or pull to make that a problem. But this bitch decided to choke the shit out of her. And honestly, I was looking and all I thought is, wait a minute, you did this choke right before. Why are you doing it wrong now? And she's flailing and shit, pulling your hair, attacking the face. And so I'm like, wait, are they just selling this really well? Did I miss something? Like, and then I was livid. Because I was thinking, like, how dare you? This is such bad sportsmanship.
Yeah, in other words, she legitimately choked her.
Because, like, I think she did. I have no proof. And I don't know.
Maybe she was really selling it really well.
Like, maybe, like, for all I know, she
Yeah.
sold it really well. But you know what I know is, look, I actually studied martial arts, all right? I've actually been choked. I've been in matches. And when I saw the victim, because that's what she fucking was, at the end, she looked just like I did when I got choked out. I was in tears and shit. Because, like, you think you're going to die.
Mm-hmm.
And then, maybe they sold it well. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I don't. But I also know this. This bitch that was from the UFC kept missing her marks. She kept for real knocking people out by actually kneeing them. Like, all them other people, it's like, oh, like, when you're gonna kick them in the face, you lift the leg up, and then their face meets your foot.
Mm.
Not you lift it up and thrust it out. So, maybe I'm wrong. But as far as I'm concerned, she could she could die in a fire.
Because she was dangerous to work with.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want her, like, and this is not even a death threat. I want her gone.
Wow.
If this was real.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And
My sentiment just echoes yours completely. Like, and coming from a stage combat background, nearly everything she did was unacceptable and wrong. If someone did a lesser offense, they'd be kicked out immediately. This is disgusting if it is in fact truly real. And we were more animated and aghast in the live reaction.
Yeah.
But now it's just turned to being extremely upset because
I watch MMA UFC too. That choke looked legit to me.
there you go.
yes.
So you got fans agreeing with you. Oh,
yes.
wow.
So here's what it like. What was I saying? I got.
No, we were more animated at the time,
Yes,
but now
we were. Now it is turned into this cool indignation because what's going to happen? Well, WWE's just going to keep pushing them because they're from the UFC. They love their UFC MMA.
It's what we
people.
talked about because you know who WWE's favorites are just by looking at what they have.
Right, and their paycheck.
Yeah. Who was the one who had the entourage in that match? Yeah.
That's great. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Because what I'm hating, and I mean this,
Right.
is the fact that literally this is supposed to be the whole minor leagues thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is literally after your training where you go.
Yeah.
To see if you actually have the charisma, the style, the character, the moves, all that shit.
Yeah, and the iron trachea. Like, that's not how it should be.
So-
this is a deathly injury if you fuck it up.
Yeah.
This will put you
In the hospital.
in the hospital.
And that's why it's like, there's literally a match later where a guy had a neck injury. And I'm supposed, and I can't even focus on that all the way because I'm thinking about how this whore is still gonna have a job. And no, I'm not sexist. I'm just saying that because I'm actually mad at her, and I just don't understand how. I don't understand.
Well, no, that's actually technically the best definition of the word. She is fucking people for money.
So we have to remember that. If I could just add into what you guys are talking about, what you guys are describing is what we in wrestling call a shoot. What a shoot is where a wrestler, when he's not or when she's not supposed to, takes the match into her hands, takes liberties into her hands, and legitimately hurts the people that they're working with.
When the match should go into your hands is when you rip your asshole. Pin me.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
You don't say, no, I'm winning this match.
Yeah.
And then
That is not what happens. You stick to the script. If you deviate from that, that's how people get hurt. And that's how people die.
So now I just want to add this little speculation to it because after hearing what you guys said, I've been thinking about Bianca Belair's reputation backstage, which is not very positive. So I'm again, I don't know what happened either. Perhaps this is just speculation. For all we know, it looked devastating.
No. For all I know, she did some shit backstage and pulled a knife on her, whatever.
But that's what I'm thinking.
Don't know.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it came out that maybe something happened backstage. Bianca Belair told you some things off, and Shayna said, "Okay, you want to with me? I'm Miss UFC."
True.
Yeah.
But you seriously are gonna handle it here in the ring.
In the way,
on
TV, I'm not going to sit here and say that the way she handled it was professional. It was not whatsoever.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying that I get your point, the Lex man.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
But I honestly can't fathom any excuse that you could come up with to do that. That is not only unprofessional, but I'm at the point where it's like, no, don't fight. Throw the match. Literally, you want to embarrass somebody? Throw the match. And then it's like, what the fuck was that? Oh, don't I have a story for you, Triple H? Like,
If she pissed you off that much, you don't have to go that far. You can just be professional and just...
If you're really as big of a deal as you claim you are, and I'm not talking about your character, I'm talking about the actual thing, you should have enough clout to say, hey, I want her gone. Or, hey...
Right.
This is not cool. What do I do about this?
Because thinking about that spot where she was pulling at her hair, because even I was like, "Ooh, she is really pulling at her hair." Yeah. So I'm starting to think
looked extremely desperate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and worst of all, the tap wasn't on the mat.
Right.
If she was in control, the tap would be on the mat. The tap was on the arm. Because she was struggling to get at her own face.
Yeah, and it was all like, okay, usually when you're even in a wrestling thing, even like in a karate thing, usually when you're choking and it went too far, it's just tap, tap, and you're done.
Done.
Just cut. 2 taps and then the person lets go. She tapped and the ref tried to stop it. She didn't let go and tapped some more. And then it took a while.
Didn't the referee have to pull her off too?
Yeah. So I'm like, how much of this was just part of the script?
Yeah, we're going to do some research on that, and the next time we talk, I'm going to let you know.
I ain't going to do a fucking bit of research.
You already know.
Until I get an either A, apology, or like a B,
some kind of clarification.
Yeah, unless I get some clarification. As far as I'm concerned, she choked the bitch, and I don't like her. I want her gone.
She's dangerous.
Yeah, I don't need you. Like, I don't need you in my wrestling shit.
So I guess the question I should ask you guys before we move on to the main event, when we do...
Wait, wasn't there a match before?
No, this is it.
There was only...
we skirted over the third one.
Oh.
The thing is just, now we're talking about mixing real-life fighting UFC with wrestling.
Right. And I'm not saying that can't be done.
Right.
You can totally do that. As we've seen with the second match with Riddle, he was able to bring in the excellent poses and the good holds and still sell safely.
Right. That's true.
This was not even close.
Hell, I'll even give you a prime example. Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
He's fucked up before too. But you know what? I know it was an accident.
Right.
Like, it literally... Okay, you know that thing he does where he grabs people and just...
German suplex.
Yeah, the German suplex. You know how I know when he fucks it up? Usually when he's able to grab people, he grabs them right waist.
Yeah.
And then if he fucks up, they slip and he gets them right here.
Yeah.
Like below the, yeah, sir. And then...
Oh, wow.
Really? I hope not.
Or maybe WWE told Shayna to choke her for real. Like how they sometimes have Lesnar punch and elbow guys for real.
That is true.
Would Triple H or his boss,
Vince McMahon,
well, this is Vince McMahon,
do this?
Vince McMahon does have pull on NXT.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I wouldn't put it past Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
But
Triple H?
would Triple H?
I don't think so.
I would think he'd have a little bit of a filter.
I think Triple H would have been pissed off.
So I think Triple H kind of understands, and I'm giving him some credit because I don't know the person well enough, but perhaps you would give him more credit to say, that's probably not safe, Mr. McMahon. I don't want to deal with another early premature death on my hands.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't know the guy either, but there's just so much I can blame on the company.
Yeah.
Because it honestly gets from bad to worse. Because if it's just her, how are you going to reprimand her?
Right.
How are you going to fix this? But then if it's the company, then why the fuck am I watching this?
Honestly,
at all.
It does get to a point where WWE or NXT can't be to blame for every single thing at this point.
Oh, I don't doubt it. Yeah. Hell, speaking of which, Nia Jax punched that chick in the face and broke her nose.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, someone pointed out something in the chat.
What's that?
Big Dog is saying, okay, so I noticed when Blair hit the KOD, her finisher, she dropped Blair face first.
Let me see that real quick?
Yeah, real quick.
Okay, so Big Dog says, okay, I noticed something when...
I just said.
Yeah. No! I'm reading it.
No, I know.
I know, but out loud.
When hit the KOD, she dropped... Oh, okay.
But that's not an excuse.
What he's saying is Belair might have accidentally hurt. Why do you say her name twice? I think he means Shayna Baszler. She dropped her on her face by accident. She got upset.
Okay, that's not an excuse.
That actually makes it worse, honestly.
Yeah, actually.
That means you lost your temper and tried to choke her out for real.
That's definitely not an excuse.
Yeah, that's even worse.
You don't go tit for tat on errors.
Yeah,
but I'm not saying that's the case. I'm not saying that's what happened. She still choked a bit.
At least with my excuse, she talked her off and thought maybe she said something that pissed her off, and she just took liberties into her own hands. It's still not good.
Doesn't matter.
But I can at least go, okay, you probably should have kept your mouth shut, Belair.
Well, because I know I'm just at the point where it's that's what makes it worse, honestly.
Yeah.
If you're telling me that, I know this might be a little controversial to say in a wrestling publication that when there's a dispute, you shouldn't solve it with your fists.
Right.
But I don't know. Y'all literally train for that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm shocked that you're literally gonna nah, I'm gonna fuck her up. Really? Okay. Sure. Fuck you. Honest to God, why don't you go back to the UFC since you're such a badass? Oh, wait! You left. Not even a champion. You left. For a reason.
Lord.
So.
The problem with this is that we got almost fearful for the other people. Yeah. That it brought the whole match down grade-wise.
I agree.
You stopped seeing it as...
Yes.
Remember, because wrestling is a fantasy. You stopped being
absolutely
drawn into the movie.
The suspension of disbelief was gone immediately.
Right.
Because then I was just concerned about everybody's safety at this point.
Absolutely.
And now I question every other move that happened in the match.
Yes. And it helped bolster our fifth match, too.
But yeah.
But now you're going to be looking at the match, you're going to go, okay, where did shit go wrong?
Yes.
You're not going to be seeing, characters fight. You're going to be seeing...
I can't even take her seriously anymore.
Oh, man.
Because now I'm
That's fair.
You know.
You got it, super.
Oh, it's going to come up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But, dude, I appreciate you guys for bringing this up. So, I'm very curious to know what everybody else is saying. Because if you, as casual viewers, are pointing this out, I guarantee you someone else saw it too.
Oh,
so,
sure.
I
don't
hope
doubt it.
so.
I
Because
hope, news comes out on Twitter.
Yeah.
Something. I want to know.
So moms like WWE is building towards 4 horsewomen of MMA versus 4 horsewomen of WWE across all 3 brands. Better late than never. Agree?
Do you know what he's talking about?
No,
Yeah,
I do, but
kind
I'm
of.
just saying that.
One super chat that didn't come in though from Spino that came in. But do WWE really want that kind of publicity though, especially after that John Oliver segment? That's a point.
Yeah, but.
But is it WWE?
Yeah. Oh, there it is.
He came first.
Yeah.
Sorry, Spinosaurus.
WWE really want that kind of publicity though. Especially after that John Oliver segment.
I mean, to WWE, publicity is publicity. Negative or positive.
Oh, I get it.
They don't
It's
care.
just, all I'm saying, dude,
They should.
for real.
Yeah.
If I would cancel my subscription if I actually had a subscription after seeing a match like that, because I honestly, I can't watch this anymore. Like,
and like
or her.
No, well, yeah, but like,
no, it.
Yeah.
If the like, it does not. It doesn't. It. Okay. Blech. It detracts from the people who are actually doing it right.
Right.
And it makes me want to go like, these are unsafe practices, and you're telling them to do this. You're permitting them to do this.
Or you're okay with it at the very least. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's like, unsub, report to government, done. Because they already need to be reported to me for contract.
It goes back to what John Oliver was talking about, how it's just an unsafe working environment, and they don't even help you get your health insurance. And
nah, fuck you. You're a contractor. Fuck you.
Yeah.
But stay with us every day.
I hope that it doesn't. I really do hope that it's not as bad as we're saying it is.
Dude,
but
that's the research.
According to the contract, and I'm serious, according to the contract, even though they're getting paid like over $75,000 a year, most of that's going to the medical bills because they're doing this every week.
Yeah.
That is why.
And then there's traveling expenses.
And then the only ones that even make it are the ones that are getting the movie deals or the sponsorship, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then that's all determined by who's writing a good storyline for you. And if it works.
And are you pretty?
Yeah, like there's just so many things where it's like, I get it. Look, Game of Thronesy shit in the WWE, I get it, alright?
Yeah.
I get it. You gotta backstab this, do this, talk to triple whoever, talk to under, fuck you. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
But it's just,
okay.
You know.
AJ Envoy, I gotta shoot you in the foot here.
Oh, short.
He's saying that we're overreacting. There's legit shoot fights in wrestling that we've seen. This was not the case unless reports come out. This is speculation.
It literally just came out, so we don't know.
No, we're talking about going back to the...
Shayna
Oh, no, I know, but like, the match just happened.
Oh, yeah, no. And we saw them fuck up basic shit. Like, you're supposed to put the foot out, and they will run into your foot, not you kick them with your foot. The chin is not supposed to be over the arm when you're doing a choke. Otherwise, the trachea is obstructed. And you could permanently damage this.
Which means she was actually choking her.
Which means she was actually choking her.
Yeah.
And then her hand was behind her head like this.
Like, that just confirms the law.
And then he'll probably say, like, well, maybe she wanted to be choked. Even then,
if she wanted to be choked, leave that to the bedroom.
Yeah.
That's not on that.
Honestly, if she wanted to be choked, why the hair pulling? Was that a signal? Like, do you do that as a tap?
Is that your safe word?
That's what I'm about to say. That is safe word. No.
That's why
these were unsafe practices. Like, that's it.
And I mean, you know what? I'll give you this. Maybe I'm overreacting about the unsub, but I'll tell you this though. Honest to God, I barely watch this shit as it is.
Mm-hmm.
I love Lucha Underground. I think it's like the best ever. And if they brought more of that shit, I'd be down. Mm-hmm. Season 1 through 3. If I watched this, I'd stop watching, period. Luckily, the next match was fucking fantastic.
Oh, okay. We gotta talk about that.
Like, that was so beautiful. However, it was tainted by the fact that I'm watching all of their moves, making sure they're doing it right. And guess the fuck what? They were.
But you were so concerned that maybe this isn't just a one-time incident, maybe it's going to happen, and then you were relieved to find out, oh, it was.
It's literally after finding out that one victim of rape lied, and now every other rape case is thrown out the window. Because now it's like, well, she lied, now it puts everybody else in jeopardy. And that's fucking stupid.
But luckily,
or better yet, when you lie about a hate crime that happened to you.
Well, we can all agree that the main event most likely, hopefully, watch some of that bad taste out your mouth. Hopefully.
It was refreshing.
That's for sure.
Oh, it was good. Because literally all the praise that we've been given about the other matches up so far literally was culminating in this one match.
And then I would like to, if you guys don't mind, I would like to go ahead and go first on this one. Let's put away Bianca Belair, Shayna Baszler.
That's fine. We can shelf that and we can wait for info and we can stop speculating.
Let's talk about the main event. 2 out of 3 falls. NXT Championship. We got Adam Cole, baby, the guy that
That's a dumb dumb.
I like it. It's silly, but I like it. You
also like the New Day, and
that is true. And Kofi Kingston's gonna win the World Championship on Sunday.
I honestly hope he does.
Oh, good God! Now, as you guys know, Adam Cole is literally the WWE prototype. Pretty boy, gets the red carpet rolled out for him. Won every single championship. Has never lost a match in NXT TakeOver. Is bred to be successful in WWE. His opponent, Johnny Gargano, is the complete opposite. Has lost all his matches at TakeOver. Was never really supposed to be anybody. He is not the WWE guy. Matter of fact, he talked about this in his promo last week before the show. When he first tried out for WWE, they denied him. He said, "You are not a WWE wrestler." I wish they would have brought that up. They never did. But he is literally the antithesis of Adam Cole. Which made, first off, that alone, I'm already invested. Super chat.
Question mark. On my last, seems Shania has a lot to learn.
Shayna. Yeah, but I know that's why we have NXT, but there gets to a point where it's just like, you cross the line, there has to be repercussions, which is what y'all saying. But, anyways, the way they set up the main event was perfect. And then the match happens, and as you guys talk about, it starts slow with a crescendo, and then it just keeps getting better and better. And you already know how the match is set up. It's 2 out of 3 falls. Someone has to win the first fall. Someone has to win the second one. And therefore, it's going to come back to that third fall. So, admittedly, the first fall, we were just kind of waiting for us to see who's going to win, right? And then...
Honestly, when the first fall happened, I was like, eh. This is like...
No, when first of all happened, we thought the match was over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we honestly thought it was over, and then it was like, oh, right, I forgot, it's Act 1. Like,
yes, Act 1. But as soon as he won, you're like, okay, when is the other guy going to get his pinfall? Yeah. But what I liked about that is as soon as he hit his finisher, immediate tap out. Mm-hmm. So it's like, oh, okay, so we're not any kind of bullshit with this. We're going right into the third act. I swear to God, when that third act hit, it's almost like everything we saw in the show, everything we talk about, the characters, the drama, it all just came flooding in to this really, really cool finish. And I personally loved it when his teammates, that's coming out the wild dude, Yeah.
Look up Shayna's fight against Sarah D'Alelio where she won by rear naked choke. It looked kind of like that.
They're talking about the UFC.
I don't know UFC fighters, but I might have to look that up. Anyways, as a wrestling fan, the one thing that I look for is not just the story, not just the wrestling. It's a culmination of everything that we look for. And we see it in movies. We see it. You're an actor. We see it in on stage plays. We see it in a lot of things that I think people don't expect to see in wrestling. And we saw it in this match. You had the drama of the Undisputed Era going out there when the referee was knocked out, making it seem like Adam Cole was going to win. And there was an actual point in the match, me personally, where he did the super kick to the back of his head and he hit with his finisher, the last shot. I thought that was it. I said, well, the villain won. Kick out, and I literally jumped up out of my seat. And I was like, that's really cool. Because I am conditioned as a hardcore fan. You hit your finisher, that's it. So those moments mean a lot more to me. To you, you don't know that. So.
Oh, it's not that I don't know that.
But
finishers don't mean shit. They're supposed to.
Especially at big events, man.
Right. The issue I always have is like, we literally had a conversation about this. Like, you told me that some people have 1, some people have 2, and others have 3. I have no idea if that's his actual finisher.
I have to tell you.
Yeah, you have to tell me. So if I'm just watching for the first time, that doesn't matter to me if that's his one and only finisher.
Right.
That doesn't mean shit. I've seen plenty of matches where people use their finisher 3 times in a row, and that never beats the guy.
Right.
So me, I'm like, alright, so what?
But
I'm looking at the fucking clock, and we have 10 minutes left.
I know how much time we got.
There's no way he won at this point.
At the same time, though, what really just put over the edge to me was how he was giving a tribute to the best friend, the former world champion, who lost the belt because of a neck injury. How he was using certain moves that he would use, including his finishers, and I had to tell you about that, to help him win or get the victory. I thought that was really cool. I thought that was awesome.
I don't doubt it, but that's just like what we were talking about during. We didn't know that. We just saw a good a move.
Well,
and you know,
the best shows reward you for going along with the journey.
Sure.
You know, I think about shows like Breaking Bad or The Sopranos. Like, if you've been watching since episode 1, all the way through to the final episode in season 5 or something like that, it's almost like you just get the best payoff because it just all comes together.
The Sopranos.
Unless, yeah,
like that ended on Fade to Black.
Yeah,
not even Cut to Black.
And there's a big theory about that. We'll have to talk about that.
I'm sure there is, but like,
I have a big theory about that. But
it was
Breaking Bad especially. But and I felt like this match had that.
I know the secret. Tommy Westfall.
Anyways, but no, I felt like this match was literally a culmination of everything we could want in a wrestling match. You had the villain, you had the good guy who, you know, by all stretches of the imagination, should not have won this match. But he did. And he did it not by cheating, not by any other kind of cutting the corners. He did it the right way by following the rules and doing what he does best, wrestling. And what really told the story of this was a great match for Johnny Gargano, the match started out with the crowd booing him. This was a pro Adam Cole match. They were booing Gargano. By the end of it, it flipped.
Yep.
They went from booing Gargano to cheering him and booing Adam Cole because they wanted to see him win.
Yep.
That is the sign of a really, really strong wrestling match. And I feel like when he won the match, it was a good match. It was a good moment. He deserved it. He earned it because he fought hard for it. And then what put it over the edge for me was when he was celebrating with the crowd. I told myself it would be really cool if Tommaso Ciampa came out and gave him a hug. And, you know, I thought it wasn't going to happen because that's when they did the little capture sign at the end. Just before they cut off, here comes Tommaso Ciampa. And that was it. That was like, there you go. Everything comes full circle. Everything feels good. This is where it stops being, you know, just a show about guys inside the ring doing all kind of roly-poly stuff to roly-poly stuff. You know what I mean? To being something that's human, something that's relatable, something that's, help me find some word that feels good, heartwarming, you know. Something that we as people go, yeah,
well,
that's good.
It
It transcends.
It transcended wrestling.
Yeah.
And it stopped being like, okay, look. It stopped being, oh, it was just another fake wrestling thing. And it was a story.
Yes.
You know.
A full-fledged, what's the word I'm looking for? Fleshed out story, if you will. Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to think of the better words, but the only thing I can come up with was actually a three-dimensional story that actually encapsulated all the different aspects of what makes wrestling great.
There you
and
go.
Quite frankly, I'm disappointed at the fact that the WWE doesn't do this on a regular. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not expecting, like, gold every time or whatever, but, like, I don't know any of these niggas. Like, I don't know none of these motherfuckers.
Right.
But I met them today, and I was invested. I don't know this fucker with the baby. Fuck you. But, you know, like,
on any other day, you would have been like, why are you here?
yeah, like, who's this guy?
Yeah.
Who's the other guy? But, no. They gave me exactly what I needed to know. They told the story, how they were supposed to say it, like, with the moves, with their characters, with their colors, with the thing, because I don't care if your favorite color is black. Y'all both can't wear black in the ring. Like, you both can't.
How will I know who is who?
Luckily, you got Mr. Iron Man out there.
Yeah. Like, I mean, y'all can joke, like, people can joke about it all you want, but when you got the guy in red, but then this other dude in black and blue, I know who the fuck everybody is. If the only way I could tell you the difference. Oh, that was a lot of buddy.
It's more than that.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You thought it was a lot. It's fine.
Batista song.
Let's see here.
Did you show them that Batista song that you...
Oh,
If
God.
not, can you play it before you end the stream?
What are they talking about?
I'll show it to you after the stream is over.
After? They want to show during.
Okay. If I show it, you have to turn up the volume so you can hear it on the stream because it won't play it here.
But we can do that toward the end.
Yeah, we'll do it at the end,
But,
I promise.
like, I mean, unless you have something more to add on.
I mean, did you say everything you wanted to say about it? Like,
No, I just didn't want to run over Florence.
So, what grade would you give it your highest grade if you could?
Not my highest.
But
It
what is
was
your
good.
highest?
It's A. Honestly.
Okay, fantastic.
It's not S. It's not A plus, but it's up there. Because honestly, so far, my biggest grade is the Daniel Bryan win.
Which was a classic. Yeah.
I mean, to me, that was like one of the greatest matches I ever seen, but that's only because I literally was there from the beginning.
When he got screwed over.
When he got screwed over the first time, up until that point. But that's why I don't really, like, count it. Because it only works because I was on the journey with everyone.
Yeah.
So on that one, that wasn't a casual viewing. That was because I was there every other.
You were an actual fan.
Yeah, I was there every other thing, and I followed him to this point. This, I don't know who these people are.
Yeah.
But I met them today, and I thought they're great. And I love the sportsmanship afterwards. I love the fact that there wasn't we're enemies, and I'm stealing your wife. Just hug and be okay with that shit.
Yeah.
Just
they did the right thing with that.
Yeah, like
because they could have easily taken a dark turn with that story, but that wasn't the time for it. It really wasn't.
And that's why it's like it was like what we were talking about before. Oh, good sportsmanship. Oh, like I mean, and I know that the bad guy lost and no one was cheering for him, but like literally we weren't supposed to. He cheated, and he got his ass whooped for it. That was the point.
Yeah.
Good. You know, like. I'm glad I hate him, but I don't actually hate him. Unlike that other chick, who I actually don't like. You know what I mean? That's the difference. Like, I don't like him because that's what I'm not supposed to.
Right.
That's what the script says. Her? Fuck her.
And he filled a role. He played a role that he did very well. And
yes. And that's what's even more refreshing.
Yes.
Because when I saw him fight, they messed up a couple of times. But not in a, like, terrible way. It was literally an accident. It was literally, I picked you up. Oh, you slipped a second too soon. Shit, you gotta cut. It was, oh, I lifted my leg, but I full-blown ran into your foot.
Yeah.
I get it. You know.
But that happens all the time, though.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, but that's...
Yeah.
I mean, accidents happen. I get that. But... those kind of things, I get why those are accidents, and I didn't pitch a fit.
Yeah.
Because, like, I fucking saw that shit.
Yeah.
I know it was a mistake. It just sucks that it happened, and you need to fix that.
Yeah.
But, like, anytime another wrestler was ever choked, I was never concerned about their life. And throughout their match, I wasn't concerned. I was concerned when they threw his ass on his back on the edge of the fucking thing. That I was a little concerned about. I was like, oh fuck, even if that was supposed to happen, shit.
Yeah. But it was all part of the program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like, I can't argue with that. Fuck. The fact that a 300-pound fat ass was more careful than her. Are you serious? He flipped.
Salted 3 dudes
on the 3 guys.
Let me take this ball away from him before we go back to champagne. It's like, no offense, but no, for real. Like, I'm happy to know that you enjoyed the match. It's kind of real. But,
oh no, there's not much more to say. I was just trying to emphasize that one of the reasons it was enjoyable is because these guys knew what the fuck they were doing.
Yeah.
And that's refreshing, considering.
And OnlyFlorence, if you could lay your thoughts, take the ball. Yeah.
It was a fantastic match.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. Like, it was executed technically very well. And I know the previous match had us focusing really hard on the execution, but they did it expertly. Mm-hmm. And they sold it very well. And the package they made summed up everything. And I felt caught up, and I knew where everyone stood. And I was like, cool. I understand. And certainly, people who watched it more know more, but that's...
You got more of a reward for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought it was probably one of the best packages they've done in a while. Like,
wow.
Just summary-wise. Getting a complete package. But no, it was great. Echoing everything that's already been previously said, like, we were on edge, we were excited, the moves were good. Yes!
The only question is, how is WM going to top this?
Lord.
WrestleMania, yeah.
It's not.
It's not. That's the thing.
And then
it brings us to the... Okay, so, final grade for that match. Hey, that brings us to the point, yeah, Sunday's going to be a fucking train wreck for y'all.
It is.
Shit.
But
like, why does Mega Sunday exist? Why? when you have engaging, gripping, technically good content.
Did you see Ali get killed off on Impact last week?
Please ask me what that means.
Will was.
I don't have any idea.
Impact Wrestling is a wrestling company.
Okay. Not WWE.
Not WWE.
Okay, outside.
So, okay. You know how Lucha Underground has a little bit of a story-based show?
Sure.
And then they have stuff happening outside the ring. Sorry about that. And then it leads to the ring, right?
Mm-hmm.
Impact Wrestling is... They're trying to copy Lucha Underground in a sense to where their stories aren't necessarily real, but they treat it as it's real. And a wrestler got killed off, as in died, by going to the demon realm and getting her soul taken away. And to get her soul back and save her friend, she got killed off because she moved away to a different wrestling company.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, where were we?
I'm sorry, I had to get that in.
WrestleMania sucks.
Guys, let me just add on to something really quick. This show was 3 hours.
Yes.
It's supposed to be 2 hours, but they had some liberties. They went to 3.
Sure.
I didn't give a shit because it was still good. WrestleMania is going to be, you ready for this? 8 hours.
That's 8 hours of no.
2 hour pre-show. 6 hour main card. Main event, Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte.
Don't care. No. And it sucks that the pre-show sometimes is better than the actual what's going on.
You want to know what the most interesting match about that show is? You already know. It's just the fact.
Is it NXT?
Let's see.
Ali is now AEW bound Demon Bunny.
Yeah, she's going to a new little company called AEW. Anyways, the most interesting match about this show involves the idea that a black man can finally be a WWE champion. Kofi Kingston is... My fans will tell you, no, he's not African American, he's just African. Oh my goodness, he's black! Doesn't really matter. So...
Oh, I mean, if you want to get with the technical with that shit, fine, but let me put it this way. A dark-skinned individual like himself has not won.
Ever.
So, that's a big deal.
Oh, well, but The Rock's black, The Rock is Samoan. He doesn't count.
Yeah. Oh, I mean... I'm not, like, if you're trying to go with, a minority one, yes, The Rock is whatever. But you know what else? I didn't know The Rock was Samoan until way after. Yeah. I thought he was just another white guy with a tan. So...
You didn't even know he was black then. Like, unfortunately. I just guess for me...
I didn't find out until that goddamn documentary came out about him, like... Yeah. And that was after he, like, did, like, 3 movies with Disney or something.
Well, that's...
Including The Tooth Fairy.
Yeah.
But that's just
actually,
yeah. That's just it, WrestleMania. It's just we finally have a chance to make history and legit history and have a legit African, I don't give a damn, guy who was born in America, although he's African American, win a championship that doesn't usually get held by people like him, unfortunately. And I bet a lot of people were saying, you're talking about the women main event in WrestleMania? Look, no offense to Ronda Rousey. I love Becky, by the way. You know who Becky is, right? And Charlotte. I have no offense to all 3 of them. Do I think they deserve the main event? In a sense, yes. But we all know why they really got the main event. Because it's the first time ever. First time ever women have been in the main event. First time ever we did a Royal Rumble. First time ever. First time ever. Because we are trying to get with the times. It's about the women.
And it's going to suck if it cannot have the technical execution that is shown in NXT. And it is going to mar the women's section of WWE.
And the problem with this is, even if it is good, you're going to have a 6-hour show that comes before that. By the time you get to that match, you're tired.
You're done.
Well, because that's what happened, like, I forget which year it did it, but when we came over, that's what happened.
Yeah.
Literally, we got bored and burnt out.
Kofi Mania is gonna run wild at WrestleMania, brother.
Is it because it's all in like uppercase that it's saying?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We were saying though.
No, I was saying that we did this before, and it was a 6-hour show plus an hour pre, and then it was like literally all the publications. Oh, get our shit. But then it was like the pre-show, and then it kept going, and it was like, wait, we're halfway through, and this match was the greatest one, and this was a really high bar, so this better. It's not. Then it was just boring. Main event was worse than the middle one. Why am I here?
Yeah.
You know, it's just...
You already knew what the high bar was, and you're thinking, it can't get
literally, I forgot who was fighting, but when they fought, it was the greatest thing. And then when it was over, I was like, oh, all right, we're at 7, let's go. What? 5. 4. 2. Main event. 4. Fine, whatever.
You're just like, okay, it's over.
Yeah.
Let's do this review so I can go home.
Yeah.
You're not energized. At least with this, we're still talking about it. It was only 3 hours because it was 3 hours. You got the stories, you understand the characters. You're good. Have fun.
There was just a bit of humanity in it.
Thank you.
Like the last one, it actually had heart,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know what it is, but like it's like they lost the point and they just stuck with no, we just need people to beat the fuck out of each other, and missed the point of why they're beating the fuck out of each other.
Yeah.
The whole point is that this is supposed to be a pretend actual tournament with actual contestants from around the world to prove that they're the strongest in the world.
With backstories, with reasons, with motivations.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we have to either relate to them or go against them or root against them. But we ourselves will be connected to them in whatever way.
Right.
And that's what makes us give a damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why it hurts.
Yeah.
You're telling me
NXT does WWE better than WWE does.
right? Because
Yeah.
it's like it hurts me.
Yes.
And I mean this. Like, seriously, Myers-Briggs, right? There are 16 different personalities. You're telling me...
We checked out the Wazoo. Thanks, guys.
G1 will be shorter, if not better than Mania.
Just New Japan Pro Wrestling G1 Supercard
Oh.
tomorrow.
Oh, well.
Cool.
Probably will.
Hey.
I'll end with this. For me, there's literally 16 different types of personalities.
Mm-hmm.
You can't make 8 of those baby faces and the other 8 villains and see how they interact with each other. That's interesting enough on its own, even if they all want the same thing, the championship. How are they different? How do they dress? How do they fight? And that's just that, and that's not even with the why they're fighting.
Right.
So I'm like, y'all can
do it.
Y'all can do it, and I know you've seen it. The only reason I can think that y'all keep fucking this up is because of the fact that you're under pressure to do it quickly.
Yeah.
Like, because you got to do the Raw, you got to do the SmackDown, you got to do the pay-per-view, and they all got to coalesce into this thing, and hopefully everyone's not injured for it to happen. And I get that.
Well, the thing about that, the 16 personality is you don't even have to give them a label of good guy or bad guy. You let the fans decide.
Oh, well, I would agree, except for the fact that, like, literally, WWE tried to make Roman Reigns a good guy.
Guess what happened?
And no one gave a shit.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? But, like, the funny thing is, it can work, but you just need to, like, use it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they want to hate him. Use that. Go with that.
No, I mean, seriously. Like, if they're going to boo him anyway, then it doesn't matter what he does, right? Then make it so that when he wins, he cheats. Or when he, like, wins...
Make money off of the heat and tell a story with it, essentially.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
But it's funny how they'll change the storyline when they're not supposed to.
Right.
And then when they should, they stick their ground. But, you know, I get it. It's not my job to write a novel every week like, it's not my job to write a novel every week, every day, and get paid for it. So I'm not trying to talk shit. It's just very disappointing because I know y'all can do it good, and I've seen good. I've seen great. And there's honestly moments, literally, and I'm not even joking, after hanging out with you and watching some stuff, I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should get a WWE thing. You know, like, maybe I should, like, get caught up and see what's up.
Maybe I should watch Raw and SmackDown for a little bit to see what happens.
Yeah, you know,
give me a subscription.
Like,
try it.
Like, maybe I'll even do a free trial. Maybe. But then...
Can I just get a sub to NXT instead?
Say that, actually. There have been fans that tried to get Triple H to get his own network and just get NXT away from the network. Because some people actually said if NXT ever was to leave the network, that would be the day they unsubscribe. Because that's the reason they have $10. Because that makes it worth it.
Do it.
Fucking do it.
I challenge you to do it. Take them and run. Leave WWE. Make it happen.
Whatever you need to do to buy it out, you'll make it back.
That actually, he could do that. He could literally get a spot on like Fox Sports somewhere and just make that work.
Not on Fox.
Just not okay.
No, WWE has a partnership with them right now.
Oh yeah, that's true. Like what was like CBS perhaps maybe.
Like seriously, do a CW thing. Just like
CW.
CW.
They take them.
Yeah, they could actually carry that network too. That would make it work.
I'm just saying, like, well, no, you can't do My 20 because that's owned by Fox.
Yeah.
Or just start your own network like everybody else is doing.
That's hard. That's harder.
That is
honestly, technically, they have a better shot, and I know this is technical. They have a better shot at doing like a Netflix thing, than to ever get their own television station.
Yeah, television station's hard.
And they already have fans, so they just carry that shit over.
I mean, like on the network, on the internet, like start their own subscription service.
Yeah,
yeah.
Doing that, I think it would work. And they honestly don't even like. I'm not sure how much they would need, but even according to you with the numbers, even if they only had 10% of the WWE fans, they could make it. And according to you, the only reason they're there is because of this shit.
That's true.
So, guys, I think the fact that we talked about this in droves is a good sign that these guys had a good time. And NXT, you know, it just goes to show you that when you do wrestling right, it just works for everybody. Hopefully, these guys will be coming back in the future to check out more NXT shows. We have one more coming up this summer, matter of fact. NXT TakeOver San Jose. We don't know what's going to be in the card. We just know they do 4 of these a year.
Okay.
Which makes them special because when they happen, you know some big stuff is going to be on that show. So we got one coming in the summer, and then one in August, then one in November, and then it starts over again.
Mm-hmm.
So would you guys be happy to come in the summer for NXT San Jose?
Well, it depends if it interferes with things.
Well, this one will be on Saturday. It will not be on Friday.
Again, depending on birthdays and special occasions that come out once a year.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I got you. I got you. But you know what I mean.
Yes.
So, thank you guys for being here, as always. I have told both gentlemen that they are free to show up here on Sunday for WrestleMania. Do not get your hopes up.
Yeah.
If they show up, awesome. If they, if they don't, you know why.
I'm gonna get truffled. So
trust me. So, anyways, would you guys like to say anything else before we cut off about NXT? Perhaps a few words.
I'm casually sad.
And I'm the lonely Florence.
The lonely Florence. He went from the only casual to the lonely Florence. God.
No, I love the bit, honestly, because like
great.
honestly, well, I would say with you, but yours is one name, so it's like you're Deluxe man. So unless you're like Deluxe dude,
Deluxe pro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deluxe baby. No, but
anyways, that's Deluxe baby. Shut up, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys had a good time watching NXT. Give me your thoughts below. What was your favorite match? What do you think about what they had to say? Discuss Shayna Baszler.
Hit that notification bell. Email me at.
For real, it's all down below in the description box. But as always, guys, this is your boy Deluxe Man signing off here at Deluxe Man's World. You know what to do next. I will see you tomorrow for Japan Pro Wrestling. I hope they do. A G1 Supercard. And then WrestleMania 35 on Sunday. 8 hours.
What the fuck was that?
What was that shit? I have to watch the entire thing.
He says have. He says have.
And I'll see you in the next Angry Joe show. Wait.
Anyways, if I want to do this review properly, I gotta watch all 8 hours from top to bottom. That's gonna be hell.
That's your job, technically.
Yeah. I know. Y'all better watch that review too. I better get a lot of donations for it, just like I got.
Oh well.
Damn.
Well,
oh yeah.
Since we're threatening fans now.
Oh, but they like that. They like that.
They like to be intimidated into.
Into.
I'm out of here. You guys take it easy.